Something about jerking off behind a hockey mask while girls are getting tormented and tortured and raped and sucking shit out of a sippy cup. Something like that. Why do I have a feeling that was more Portman than them and anybody else? Not trying to smile about it, but it's kind of awkward. Again, you ladies are still continuing to try to shovel all of that horrible crap into my lap when stay out of the riverbed. Don't talk to them. I'm by myself. I'm not part of a group. When you say hi to me, I'm grabbing my Save from the Fire go bag and getting into your car and going back to LA. Instead, but what about this? But what about that? How come this? How come that? And not even a month after I got over to the Mariposa Trail, not even a month, week, maybe a week, for kids not hollering and screaming about the horrible monster attacking them. And girls left and right just getting bamboozled in the most horrible ways. Wild tent city. She's got the most horrible sounds coming out of that camp, and every time I step towards it, cockroaches scatter. Everybody makes jokes that I could be called to and fro. Mission Hills, isn't that Hollywood? Timing. See, a little white car here had somebody from Santa Monica a second ago. Now we have Mission Hills. I guess this is their way of walking right in front of me and I'm just waving and not noticing something. Coincidence? Probably. But it's also what they're using to claim that I'm just a blithering idiot. I've been sitting in this spot for close to an hour now. Some gentleman just walked by and told me about a package of Top Ramen that's sitting at Lush's. So I am going to go check that out because I am sitting here for a loaf of bread. But the reason I'm making this video is to show you. Yes, I've been sitting in this spot for close to an hour, and I'm pretty sure the second I grab my backpack strap here, somebody's going to get a text that they saw me just show up. Or was I not just sitting at Nautical Beam? Was I not just in somebody's backyard? It's always a few seconds after I leave and people come screaming through in desperation and wonder. I'm not joking. I sent voice messages to a bunch of people telling you to collect your crew and get. It seems like those warnings were ignored, and I guess that group got split up last night. Apparently. Wow. Unagi. People are curious as to how I'm speaking about details on things that I should know nothing about. So obviously, I guess the swine are crawling up into the hills as quietly and ninja-like as they can to whisper all of this information to me when I'm pretty sure this whole thing got started back in 2012 because of a metaphysical miracle that was walking down the street. So, let's go find this Top Ramen. Wow. The reason I didn't get up immediately is because I'm pretty sure maybe said truck backing out right now. Some jackass tweaker quivering behind tinted windows claiming he can make me walk across the parking lot. And then when these celebrities see me on camera eating Top Ramen. Oh, see, we gave them Top Ramen. Literally, I know you people think I'm outright nuts. That is what they have been using to keep this going. Somebody like Sylvester Stallone is a little concerned because apparently you guys do keep showing up and dropping off supplies up in town, and then I make these videos talking about sometimes needing $1 for bread or coffee, and they're scratching their heads going, "We just dropped off a bunch of food up there. What does he need supplies for?" And now you idiots are gonna call the very idiot goblins I've been telling you not to talk to since day fucking one and ask them to re-explain all of this information, thus perpetuating this buttery bullshit ass everything. No, I was never jerking off behind a fucking hockey mask while girls were getting massacred. What sense does it make? Meet me in town, say hello, you're supposed to wanted me out of here.
So he wants us to keep talking to the gremlins and giving them money and listening to their bullshit?
Literally, the argument pouring out of Natalie Portman's mouth right now. Something about a white truck and Top Ramen in the bushes. It was the way he said it.
I don't know if you know this, but there's a package of Top Ramen.
Sitting in the bushes on the opposite side of a white truck. So just to be clear, no tweakers handing me Top Ramen. What he's talking about? I don't know. Bush truck full of crap. Could have just been sitting in the damn goose chase. Right as the celebrity's driving by, probably. Box of Top Ramen sitting in the bushes opposite a white truck. No. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Probably stolen. That's interesting. Is it the spicy shrimps? Is it the panda? No. Just a box of Top Ramen. Interesting. It is spicy panda. Wow. That's something to do with that. People aren't impressed with my Satsuma Berserker mode. Other people are. That's the funny thing about swiping ATM cards. Even if you got rid of that ATM card, you've still got a record of it somewhere. So what were all of the Avengers doing in Lompoc the weeks described? Let me go ahead and squash a bunch of stuff. Look, you people keep trying to say that I'm the weakest link or whatever. I, again, don't understand why this entire goblin show followed me here. They didn't even know where I was. I was crashed in Froome Creek for a couple of weeks before I started noticing the Swine Charade building. I was politely asked to leave Froome Creek, which I did. But the idea of shuffling this entire stupid thing up to another city just didn't seem right, and I was correct in doing so. Since now, I guess, there's been more than a few local women bamboozled by this, and they're not getting in their cars and going back to LA. They live here. They're pissed. The details don't make sense. And something I've been kind of concerned about is all these powerful women. You got 2,000 A-list celebrities accusing me of the most satanic actions imaginable, and they're going to show up here and grin at me through tinted windows as I walk through a parking lot? In the same hand, they're shelling out money to a giant group of goblins and gremlins, all claiming two different stories at the same time. One, that I'm getting beat up and bossed around by them, and two, that I'm the one in charge, commanding and quarterbacking everything. Been in this town alone for 7 months, not a single, I would say a real hello. Crazy poodle lady no longer counts, because that was just now too obvious. Stops me dead in my tracks on the sidewalk, and then same day accuses me of targeting her. So I should have. But it was about to rain. I needed some weed. She had booty. And then Subway Girl. Although that conversation was, I don't know, weird. It's the second time I was over at her place. She offered to let me stay there because it was about to rain.